are the Avengers going to get their win from? Now we're thinking, well, they're a very dangerous side when you watch those two up front.
Well, look, every single day of this group stages, we're going to have double-header action, pretty much everyone apart from the very final day. So what have we got in store today? I think we're in for two cracking contests again, and Shikhar Dhawan is in town, but more importantly, it's going to be a sea of yellow this morning as it's the Sudurpaschim Royals taking on the Lumbini Lions. The Lions desperate for a win. They are actually the highest scoring team in the tournament in terms of average scores, but they're yet to pick up a win. And then this afternoon, the Karnali Yaks against the Bharatnagar Kings. All of a sudden, the Kings full of confidence too.
Well, the nice thing is that every team except the Lions have a win, which means that that table is looking very congested. If the Lions go and win here this morning, well, it's anyone's game come the playoffs in a couple of weeks' time.
It really could be. Let's see if we can get a look at the points table here, because I think the two results yesterday have really given us a very, very nice look to it. Nobody's guaranteed a playoff spot and nobody is out of the reckoning, but you would have to say Lumbini need to win this morning.
You do. I mean, after 3 games, if you haven't picked up a win, you really are staring down the barrel. You're going to have to end up winning a number of games in a row, which puts a tremendous amount of pressure on you. So all the pressure on Lumbini Lions this morning. Not a lot of pressure on the Bolts. I know they're not playing today, but they look a really good outfit, 3 from 3.
Yeah, here's the teams arriving, and certainly there's an absolute frenzy whenever Dipendra Singh Airi is here at this ground. Very much one of the most popular players anywhere in the country. There's Brandon McMullen. What a star he is. Binod Bandari's been good this tournament, the veteran, and certainly you would expect that Scott Kugelheim will have an impact too with his right arm fast bowling.
Yeah, I don't think they've been tested yet. They've been absolutely brilliant in all facets. I mean, the one team that in the first 2 games, they bat first, which no one likes to do. They post big totals, and then with their bowling unit, they just destroy the opposition. So they've done it the other way around. It'll be interesting to see what happens today here if they get on the wrong end of the spinning of the coin.
Yeah, I tell you, the coin toss could be important this morning. Neither of these sides have actually chased yet, so one of the captains, you would suspect whenever the toss comes around, are going to look to have a bowl first. But altogether, if we look at match 11, just take a look at the match summary from that game, certainly the way in which Lumbini played, I don't think there was a huge amount that they did wrong. I thought they actually played very nicely for the first half. The problem has been their bowling attack. It's just not potent. They didn't pick up a single wicket.
Well, you said it, they're the highest scoring team in the whole competition. So from a coaching perspective, you would be sitting the bowlers down saying, how are we going to improve things here? What about the performance of their captain, though? I mean, he was good in their opening game. He was quite exceptional yesterday. And I actually felt a little bit sorry for Rode Podell. I mean, the fact that he's had to go home last night and say, I got 95 and we got hammered. It's unheard of. I mean, he deserved, there deserved to be 2 players of the matches because he was brilliant.
He really deserved to be the story. Now, the Sudurpaschim side, it's the absolute opposite. They've been nothing short of sensational. In their 2 games, they've bowled the opposition out twice, picking up 20 wickets, and it's been a young star for them with the ball. He was at the Under-19 Asia Cup. He was actually the top scorer in one of the games. Remember, Nepal beat Afghanistan there. That was a great win. But if we look at the scorecard of their last match, I thought the way in which they played was really, really impressive. Yet again, let's get a look here at the numbers. You can certainly think of them as being the most complete of the 8 sides that we've seen, HD.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the focus is always going to be on Dipendra Singh Airi. Most of the people that come to the ground want to see him play, but as you rightly mentioned, Saud's 5 for 19. I'll tell you who else has been good is Abhinesh Pohara. He got 3 for 17 in their opening fixture. So again, they're a side that are not reliant on just 1 or 2 players. They've got a lot of local players that are performing as well, Andrew.
And Brandon McMullen has been nothing short of exceptional too. Let's see if we get a look at the best of that Naren Saud spell. 5 for 19, the second 5-wicket haul of the tournament after Sohail Tanvir's. Another one of this left-arm spinning army produced domestically that's been too good for the opposition.
Yeah, I think left-arm spin has been difficult to play on the surfaces here because they've been really interesting. We've struggled to put our finger on it really because some have spun, some haven't spun, so it becomes tricky for the batters. They're not sure whether to go down the wicket. And also what a lot of these Nepali left-arm spinners are able to do is they get the ball to skid on, and we often see LBWs, people trying to reverse sweep and sweep as the ball just skips on. He was great. I don't think Nepal are going to be short of left-arm spin for some time.
Yeah, I think you're spot on the money. Okay, we've got a full house, we've got a great crowd. What about the pitch? Let's get out to Sriram to see what he thinks that's going to do.
It's Super Saturday today. We're all set for another exciting day of action. We've had 6 days of cricket and we've been through 6 different pitches. We've had 2 5-wicket hauls, 1 by a pacer, 1 by a spinner. We've had a century and we have strike rates of over 200. And this promises to be another exciting day of action as we get set for the second round of rotations on these pitches. Let's look at what we have in store for today. We are on pitch number 4, and this was used on the inaugural game of this Nepal Premier League. I'm just going to take a closer look. It looks nice and rock hard. Curator Mamun Bhai has done a great job. If at all, it's a little bit dry, and it might just start off a little slow. And once the sun comes out again, it's going to be very good for batting. As we've seen, the day games have been slightly low scoring than the afternoon ones, and I assume that the same trend will continue. All in all, another terrific day of cricket, and we're going to get a packed house, and we're in for some exciting action.
It's already a packed house. Now today, it's all about two men, two of the most popular players here in Nepal. It's Rohit Paudel versus Dipender Singh Airi.
And both massively in form. But Andrew, maybe you can tell me a little bit about the two of them. I mean, do they get well? Do they get on well? I know they're teammates within the national side, but will there be a bit of needle here?
No, they're great pals, I have to say, and in fact the way in which they play their cricket is incredibly similar. They've got the same sort of culture. They want energy, they want enthusiasm, and they're two of the hardest trainers here in Nepal. I love watching them play cricket, I have to say.
Me too, me too.
Yeah, they're sensational. Okay, it's time for that all-important toss. Let's get out to Manali and see who's going to win it.
A very good morning to all of you. We're here for another exciting contest. It's match number 12 at the Nepal Premier League, and we've got some very exciting teams for you. The Lumbini Lions taking on the Sudurpaschim Royals. To the left of me, I've got match referee Mr. Nair, the skipper of the Royals, Dipender Singh Airi, and the skipper of the Lions, Rohit Paudel. Let's give the coin a flip.
Tails is the call.
Tails is the call. And it's heads. What are you going to be doing and why?
Basically, when we win the toss in the morning, we bowl first. So yeah, I'll follow that tradition and we'll bowl first.
So you've completely lost 2 games here. You batted really well, the bowling struggled. What's happening with that bowling department and how does that change today?
I think as a unit, as a bowling unit, we need to step up, and I think one bowler not. I think as a group we need to bowl well, and that was the message to all the bowling department. And basically, if you want to win a tournament or a game, you have to step up as a unit, not only in batting but also in bowling. So I think today's the day when we'll do that.
And speaking of stepping up, you have had a really good time so far at the Nepal Premier League. A really good knock yesterday as well. You've led a little bit with the ball as well. Where are the runs coming from today, and who do you think are going to be your main wicket takers?
Today's main wicket taker, I don't know, but all the bowlers will be good, especially in these conditions. I think all are capable enough to do well, and I believe in all of them, and I believe that they'll do it today.
And any batters that you're targeting specifically from the Royals?
Yeah, especially if you know Dipidai bats really well. So yeah, he'll be the guy we'll look after. And then after, I think as a unit, they are a very balanced side. So yeah, we'll look to everyone.
And any changes to your side?
Yeah, we have one change. In place of Ashutosh Gireya, we have Arjun South.
Thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
Dipender, the toss not going your way. Had it gone your way, what would you have done?
हार्न त हामी 3टा टस अब लगातार हारिसक्यौं र अब ब्याटिङ गरौँ अब राम्रो टोटल दिउँ त्यही नै.
Now you're coming up 2 wins so far. What's the confidence like in the camp?
सबै केटाहरु राम्रो खेलिरहेछ र सबैजना कन्फिडेन्स पनि छन् र अब यो म्याचमा पनि हामी राम्रो गर्नेछौँ.
You personally, as a leader, have performed very well. What has it been for you, like just leading from the top and knowing that your side's doing so well?
अब कहिले पनि अब परफर्म त भइ नै हाल्छ. जस्तै अब म लिडिङ गरिरहेको छु भने मैले नै अगाडिबाट परफर्म गर्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ. So that's why.
And any changes to your side?
One change in Rohan Mustafa out and Basant in.
Thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
And there you have it, the news out of the middle. It's the Lions who have won the toss, and they're going to be having a bowl first.
Well, thanks, Manali. And looking at the big piece of news, no Rohan Mustafa. So that means that the Royals are going with only 3 overseas players because they only have 4. Well, that's certainly a bit of a kick for the former UAE all-rounder.
Well, you've just said it there, former UAE all-rounder. You know, this is a game for young men now. His experience will be telling in the dressing room. Hopefully he takes the news well, because it is important that those that aren't in the starting 11 still contribute to to the team.
In terms of the Lions, the big focus is on their bowling attack. You think of the likes of Surya Tamang, he's going to have to bowl a little better. I thought he was pretty good yesterday, maybe a little unlucky. Durgesh Gupta is going to be important too. And also the man from the Caribbean hasn't really been in the wickets yet, Ramon Simmons.
Yeah, I think the Lions will be looking purely at their bowling. Their batting's been brilliant. You've said they've scored runs in both their games, but they need to come to the fore, and it's not an easy task because they're coming across two, in particular, McMullen, Dipendra Singh Eri, are very dangerous players.
Well, it's only match day 7, but it may well be must-win today for the Lumbini Lions. OK, the next two voices you hear will be Sriram, who will be led by Mick Elvaswamy.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Keep those Dhaka topis on. You're looking wonderful in that. And yeah, incredible atmosphere, magnificent scenes. It's a weekend, it's Super Saturday, and it's the Lumbini Lions who are fielding first in a packed house here at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium in Kirtipur. What scenes! You've got to be here to feel it. The Lions a bit wounded. Can they roar today? The Royals have been on the charge. It's all to play for. The Lions have lost both their previous encounters. The Royals have won both their previous encounters. And we're all set for match number 12 on day 7 in the Siddhartha Bank, Nepal Premier League 2024, powered by Ncell. A very good morning to Sridhar and Sriram as well. Great scenes, Sri.
Good morning, Mikhail. Yeah, terrific day awaits us. Day number 7 of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League, powered by Ncell. Yeah, the two successful openers for the Sudurpaschim Royals. Binod Bandari, what a terrific game he had, the last one. 71 he made. He's here back in to open the batting.
Yeah, looked good in that last game. Teamed up with Brendan McMullen, who came in at number 3 and put on a very good partnership. Yeah, they got 167 for 6 batting first. The last time the Royals were out, and it's the top order for them, the boys in yellow up front who got the runs. Saif Ali Zeb did open in the last game as well. Didn't get going. This is going to be the template forward for the Royals. All set for this game. It's a packed house on a weekend, and quite understandably, because we've seen huge turnouts during weekdays as well. Raymond Simmons for the Lumbini Lions. For the Sudurpaschim Royals, beg your pardon. Yeah, had a good outing in his first game, 2 for 33 there. An economy little under 9. He'll want to improve upon that. Yeah, you have a slip in place. You ideally want to attack up front. And there's the captain, Rohit Paudel.
Yeah, I'm happy in a way that the Lions are bowling first, because they set good scores in batting first in the last 2 games, and both were chased down. So I was wondering what Rohit Paudel will be going through, but now at least he'll have a target in front of him. We're all set for the first ball. Ramon Simmons to Saif Ali Zeb.
Yeah, a tentative push, a roar in the crowd, a half-hearted appeal. And you can sense it, you're right, Sri. Both the times, on both occasions, Lumbini Lions batting first. Got the runs on the board, but they failed to defend that target. They got 191 for 7 in game 1. They could not defend that. They got 170 for 5 in the second. They failed to defend that as well. And today, they are fielding first.
It's a blessing in disguise, because you'll at least know what target you've got to chase down, and you can plan a chase. There's a bit early for Ramon Simmons. The wicket looks slightly more drier today, Mikhail. The groundsman was telling me he didn't put as much water last night as he normally does. He's done a great job, fabulous job. It's never easy when you're using the entire square. And we are back on pitch number 4, where we played the first inaugural game of this tournament. Looks a very, very good surface, this.
The first runs on the board. That's a crisp looking for. Behind backward a point. Work to do for the fielder at deep third. And they'll come back for the second. Zeb's off the mark. And so are the Sudurpaschim Royals.
Yeah, already you can sense excitement. The noise is slightly deafening. It's early morning and the stadium is almost packed. Sudurpaschim Royals have the maximum fan following in this tournament. They've had an army of yellow that come and support their team, and it's going to be no different. What a terrific day awaits us.
Yeah, a bit of shape on that delivery. But you're playing against a side that's been in top form here, the Sudurpaschim Royals, still to drop a game. And yeah, the men in yellow in supreme form.
Irie said that too. He's lost 3 tosses in a row. So he really hasn't had to make a decision. But the team has played so well. They've responded unbelievably. They're a very, very good unit. They have all bases covered as a team.
It's in the air, chest wide of the slip, and then race away for a 4. So close to being a catch as well. Living dangerously here, Zeb. Super Force powered by NCell 4G. 8 runs, 6 runs so far in the first 5 deliveries.
Yeah, streaky boundary for Saif Ali Zeb. Bit of extra bounce. Did that carry? Sharp chance that slip. Could have been taken. Not to be. That just came back and bounced a bit extra. Lucky Saif Ali Zeb. Got a boundary nevertheless. All exciting. Last ball of the first over, Raman Simmons.
Nicely played, quick single towards a bit outside the stumps. And they'll make it. Look at the roar in the middle. Zeb's got all the 7 runs in the first over. 7 for no loss. Yeah, just the one change for both the sides. For the Lumbini Lions, Arjun Saud coming in place of Ashutosh Giraya, who's not quite had a good tournament in the first 2 games. The opening batter Giraya missing out. And for the Sudurpaschim Royals, Basanta Khatri coming in place of former UAE all-rounder Rohan Mustafa. Otherwise, we've seen all the other players. Watch out for Tom Moores when he comes out to bat for the Lumbini Lions. Right then, slip being persisted with.
Durgesh Gupta. It's a good talent, Durgesh.
Yeah, he's had a mixed start to the tournament. Brilliant in the first match, was a little costly in the second.
Yeah, when you come across opening batters like what he did yesterday, it's going to be a tough day in the office. But he's got good skills. 3 for 21 in the first game against the Biratnagar Kings. He won the game for them in that time, but none for 41 yesterday in his 3. But he would learn hell of a lot. He's got all the tricks. He's a good new ball bowler, can bowl the slower ball as well. And he's got a big heart.
Yeah, that's the operative word there, Shri, big heart. And in this tournament, in the T20, T10 formats, you have to come with a big heart if you're a bowler.
I think it's not only about the success, it's also about ability to bounce back. That's what defines players. I think that's something I'd want to see from Durgesh. He's had a tough day yesterday. How can he bounce back today? And that shows character for me. It's not all about the success every time. It's about how you come back from difficult days as well.
He pulls this handsomely. There's protection in the deep, but he'll see it go away. Zeb's looking good. He's knocked off all the 11 runs first up for the Sudurpaschim Royals.
He's knocked off all the 11 runs because he's faced all the balls. Binod Bhandari yet to get strike. Good pull shot from Saif Ali Zeb. We saw Dinesh Karel play a couple of terrific pulls yesterday. Went all the way, but this time it's a Super 4 powered by NCell.
Good start here. What a shot! Just gave the charge and just lent into it. How good was that? He's looking good on both sides of the wicket at the moment. The previous one pulls it front of mid-wicket, and this one over extra cover.
He actually knew where the bowler was going to bowl because the previous one was short. He knew this one was going to be pitched up. He used his feet and it was right there in the slot for him. Lovely shot in the air, but in the gap. Yeah, good batting here from Saif Ali Zaib. He's off to a flyer, and so are the Royals. Oh, we've got an exciting day in store. This is a high-scoring contest. Don't you worry.
Turkesh under pressure. This one came in sharply. Half-hearted appeal. They'll steal a single. Good running, good calling. That's what you need to do, is just keep turning the strike and keep that scoreboard ticking.
Difficult, I tell you. The crowd is so loud. You can't hear your non-striker. And that's exactly what happened. There was yes, no, yes, no. Bandari was scampering in the end. Yeah, it's hard when you've got such a loud crowd and they're so close to the ground. I can't hear you. Imagine the batters.
Yeah, this is a pretty good start. Put into bat, the Royals have accepted the offer. They've got 16 of the first 11 deliveries. They've already hit 3 fours to the fence. Yeah, very important game for the Lumbini Lions. They've looked so good as a batting unit in the previous 2 games. Look at that for a view. This is why this venue, this country, is a special. Cricket-loving destination. Wow. The inaugural edition of the Nepal Premier League. The fever is just catching on and going viral. Yeah, Vinod Bandari as well gets off the mark. Just a bit of a tickle towards mid-wicket. And he'll keep strike as well. 10 runs coming off over number 2. It's 17 for no loss. Right. Great time to connect with the captain of the Lumbini Lions as well, Rohit Powder. Rohit, can you hear us? Good morning.
Yes, good morning, I can hear you.
Wonderful. Rohit, you've been in supreme form with the bat. We'll get to that, but just talk us through the atmosphere right now. 2 superstars playing in the middle, Irie and Rohit Powder. Gives the charge, Vinod Bandari. Yeah, has it got enough legs? Work to do for the fielder. They'll get a couple of runs.
Throw!
Oh, they're pushing for the third as well. This is good cricket. Very good cricket. Just coming back to Rohit.
Yeah.
Yes, Rohit, fairly understandable. Super Saturday. Rohit Powder in the house. Dipendra Singh Irie.
Yeah.
Take us through the atmosphere there.
Yeah, a very good atmosphere, especially playing against Dipida is always great. Good competition, and yeah, the atmosphere in the ground is amazing.
Yeah, you're very happy to bowl first. You've batted on 2 occasions in the previous 2 outing. What really brought about this change?
Especially whenever we play in morning conditions in TU, there's always there for a bowler, especially for medium pacers in the beginning. Due to moisture, so there's always something for the bowlers. So that's why we bowl first, to utilize those conditions. Well bowled, Simon.
Good morning, Rohit.
Good morning.
Sriram here. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Just one question, 2 questions actually. First one, what was your message to the bowlers after last night?
Nothing we can do in those situations. So I wanted them to be free and don't think about the game. And yeah, how we can come back stronger. That was the only message.
Yeah, excellent. I think you need some early wickets, and I hope you really get it. You've been outstanding. shots. Another good shot from Saif Ali Zaib. Just a single this time. It's a good over so far. Just 4 coming off 3 balls. Raman Simmons, a lot of responsibility on him. Rohit, one more last question from me. What's the secret to your running between the wickets? You and Dipendra Singh Airi, if you bat together, the fielding team is going to be under enormous pressure. Tell me your secret.
No, nothing much. Just we eat normal food, and I think basically we have worked hard enough when in the lockdown, and before that also we were working really hard. And I think that that's the result of that only. And I think normal food, no secret in that.
Bhandari continues to try and take the attack to the opposition. We've seen how attacking he can be in the last game, Binod Bhandari.
Sleep better.
Yeah, that's a great culture to have, Rohit. Sorry, I know you're setting the field.
Wait the Byra. Fine like Mitra, you Byra. Fine like Mitra. Surya.
Yeah. Very, very animated Rohit Paudel, very proactive as well, making those changes. They need to induce and eke out a wicket over here, an opportunity. Fairly understandable. You don't want both these opening batters to run away with the game early on. Rohit, you have a magic wand in your hand when you come out to bat. Yeah, talk about that magic wand, Rohit. 95 in the last game, strike rate of 161, 4 sixes, 10 fours. Before that, 46 of 29.
Yeah.
You're making it your own tournament.
Medium pacer. No, other guy. Yeah, nothing much. I think I'm watching the ball really well, and it's working out for me. And I think I'm keeping the game very simple, just watching the ball and reacting accordingly. Nothing much.
Nicely tucked away. They're pushing for the second. There's deep square leg, but their chances arm, and they come one for the arm as well. Beautiful running here. Just like the way they've coordinated this morning, both these openers. Yeah, we'll still continue chatting with Rohit Paudel. We don't get him so easy. Rohit, thanks for your time. Fairly understandable. You're a busy man in the middle, making all the changes.
Should I come?
Allowed him to have a quick chat there. Yeah.
Wait. This. I'll go. Lefty is there. I'll go.
Yeah, Rohit. Yeah, we'll just quickly also ask a couple of more questions, Rohit. Rohit,
please.
what's it like? What's it like for the players
Third one,
in the dressing room and dugout, the youngsters?
Yeah, you चाहिए बाहर, ये sweeper बाहर चाहिए. Third one Mitra. DT square बाहर.
Never easy when you're leading the side and making those changes.
You got so much running through your head. I completely understand where Rohit's coming from, especially when your bowlers have not taken a wicket. Yeah, he's got so much running through his head. He's got a new bowler as well.
Rohit,
Yeah, well,
what are the youngsters in your side?
Yes.
If you could talk about your youngsters that you're really looking forward to in your team.
Basically, we have Durgesh Gupta. Durgesh Gupta is there, and then Dinesh is there, who has not played for Nepal, and Surya is there. So I think these guys are very, very promising.
Yeah. It's coming back to the international experience as well in this contest. Your thoughts on that, having
Keep it up.
Chand, Kugaline,
Helmet.
And what's it been like spending time with overseas players as well? There's the roar. He's positioned himself in the deep. Very popular man. He's just got to get the helmet from there. But just each time he's positioned around the ropes, the crowd erupts. Yeah, Rohit?
Yes.
Quick perspective on the overseas players in your side as well.
DT square बाहर के बाहर. Third one बाहर करते हैं. Yes, I think Saad is experienced, a campaigner. Tom has done very well. Unmukti, he has been great. He's doing great recently.
That's been picked up wide of the fielder at mid-on. Oh, that's beautifully done in the deep. Brilliant commitment. Paudel, you're brilliant. What commitment. We are in awe of that fielding effort. How do you manage talking and saving such?
I love fielding. Nothing else.
I know you're short of breath.
Yeah.
Catch up on that.
Look at that for commitment. He's been on the mic with us, but he's been terrific in the outfield. Has he saved a run for his team? But no matter what, the commitment just stands out. Terrific fitness, terrific commitment. Virat Kohli-esque. And if your national team captain shows this kind of commitment, the youngsters will definitely follow. And I'm glad that he's setting that example, Mikhail.
And make no mistake, he's mic'd up as well. So it's never easy. Paudel, the Superman. Runs awarded to the batter. What a save, Rohit Paudel. We are clapping in the com box as well with you.
Thank you, thank you.
Rohit, I mean, I've seen Virat Kohli myself, and that's the standards he sets on the field and with running between the wickets. I'm glad that as a captain you're doing that. And I'd really want the youngsters from Nepal to emulate you and Dipendra Singh Airi.
Thank you, thank you. How's that? Thank you so much for your kind words.
You've been an inspirational leader in this part of the world. The youngsters look up to you. A message to them as well, the young cricketers who are right now watching NPL Season 1, and an opportunity that the CAN has given each one of you all.
Yeah, especially just a small message to all the youngsters. Just keep working hard, keep believing yourself, and keep working hard patiently, because 5-6 months of hard work will not give you results. You have to work continuously, so just keep working hard.
Very good looking, stand and deliver. That's Binod Bhandari for you, effortlessly, just caresses the infield in supreme style.
Bhandari looks in great form. That's his first boundary, stand and deliver. Yeah, it was no way a half volley. That's good extension of the arms. And a super 4 powered by NCL. This is the 4th of the innings today. And Sudurpaschim Royals off to a good start. Thank you, Rohit Paudel. Thank you so much for your time. I think your message was outstanding to the younger generation. Please create a great culture for Nepal cricket, and may you have all the success. As Bhandari continues on his merry ways, back-to-back boundaries for Bhandari to end the 4th over. It's 34 for no loss, the Sudurpaschim Royals.
Had a wonderful chat with Rohit Paudel. He was mic'd up in the middle, the captain also making the changes. It was not easy for him. We were into his ears as well. But it was a very productive last over for the Sudurpaschim Royals. They got 11 runs. And what he really said very nicely to the youngsters was a leader talking, not just a captain. 4-5 months of hard work will not work. You have to put in the hours over a period of time, consistently through the years. What a man to talk to. What a man to lead Nepal cricket as well.
Well, that's a terrific message, actually. It has a very deep meaning. It's just, today is a world where everyone expects quick results. We are in fast food world, and people want very quick results, but 4-5 months is not going to get you anywhere. You've got to put in hours and hours for months and years. And that's a really, really good message coming through from Rohit Paudel for all the youngsters watching in Nepal, that put in your work and you will definitely be rewarded. Dipendra Singh Airi and Rohit Paudel are two great examples of that, who put in the hard work. They said that during COVID they put in a lot of work on their fitness, and that's reaping rewards today. And this was 4 years ago. So I think it's very good message from Rohit, and if all the viewers watching can take something out of that, that's a real good standout point as Bhandari continues on his merry way. He's in terrific form. Dinesh Adhikari didn't have a great game in the last game. 20 runs in the only over he bowled. but today he's gone for 11 as well. It's not been easy. He's got to go to himself now, Rohit Paudel. Part-time off-spinner, more than useful part-time off-spinner, I must say. 5th over of power play, and he's bowling to the left-hander.
Yeah, they need a wicket here. They need to do something to put the brakes on the men in yellow.
It's very hard when your pacers don't strike early, and that's something Paudel hasn't had in this tournament. Beautifully bowled, slightly slower. Bit of grip and turn for him as well. Yeah, good start to the over from Paudel. Bandari looks in control. Saif Ali Zeb, 17 of 17. Something's going to give.
He rocks back. Gets plenty of bat on this one. Gets the first Siddharth Bank maximum as well. Saif and Zeb is looking $1 million this morning for the Sudurpaschim Royals.
Again, picked up length so very early. On the back foot, high and handsome. Yeah, that's not a delivery that Paudel would have wanted, but it just sat up to be punished over mid-wicket. And a Siddhartha Bank maximum. The first one for the Royals takes them to 40. It's another terrific start, and it's been quite a while since the Lions have got a wicket.
Oh yes, very good point made this Sri. Last evening as well, they could not get the Pokhara Avengers out. They chased down 171 with 10 wickets in hand. Today as well, wicketless in the first 5 overs, 40 for no loss in 28 deliveries. What a start here for the Royals. Smart cricket. Poster boys of Nepal cricket, Rohit Paudel and Dipendra Singh Airi.
But the attitude of these two just tells me that Nepal cricket is in very safe hands. I know Monty Desai very well, and he's a tremendous coach who I've got very high regards for. He's a very good people's person, technically very competent. So Nepal is in great hands to take the game forward. And what an unbelievable gesture this is by organising the Nepal Premier League as well. It comes to the end of the 5th over, 41 for no loss.
Good starts, powered by the left-hand, right-hand combination. Saif Ali Zeb and Binod Bandari. Right now, this Nepal Premier League is being dominated by this side. Sudurpaschim Royals are looking so good. Sad bin Safar going to come into the attack. The attack continues. This time maybe a little lucky to survive just a single. Delighted to introduce my co-commentator and my great pal, HD Ackerman. Good morning to you, my friend. How are you?
Good morning, Lenny. Well, it's danger signs early, I think, for the Lumbini Lions, because the real... I'm not suggesting these aren't two very good players. Binod's had a nice start to the tournament, and so has the man from England. But there's some real dangerous players still to come. Think of Dipendra Singh Airi and Brendan McMullen from Scotland. So this is a perfect platform for them to come in. So plenty of things to think about for the skipper, Rohit Podell.
Oh, now how's this missed? Saad bin Safar wheeled off almost in celebration. It's just gone on with the arm. I don't think it's missed on height. It's almost shaved the off stump.
Oh, he's just trying to nudge that into cover for a single, but the ball goes straight on and misses the inside edge of the bat.
Helped around the corner, but straight to the man. He was celebrating, wasn't he? He wheeled off, arms aloft. Now, Jagat Tamata on the right, an icon of coaching cricket here in Nepal. So much so that he won the National Sports Federation Lifetime Coaching Award last year. Might have been earlier this year, actually. Head coach of the under-19s. And absolutely adored by every young player here. He's having a big impact on the tournament, as is Dipendra Singh Airi, his captain. Very kind, very humble man. Marvellous use of the feet, and it's an exhibition of stroke play here. That for me is the shot of the morning.
Well, I was about to say this has been a very good final over of the power play, but Saib has thought he needs to get a move on here with just a couple of balls remaining, and how well has he hit this? It's just a little jab, but the power behind it is quite incredible.
Quite a big gap there between the extra cover and mid-off. I'd like to see extra cover a little straighter. Helped around the corner. Good diving stop. Probably should have been a single. It's 5 runs from Saad bin Safar's first and the bye. It's 47 for them. There's Buddy Pradhan, an icon of officiating here in Nepal. He's done more internationals than any man from Nepal, and he's joined by the umpire from Pakistan, charismatic Rashid Riaz. Bismillah Jan Shinwari is our third umpire. Not sure if you can hear us. Give us a wave, Bismillah. Yeah, there we are. Big smile. Hello to our Afghan umpire. And the reserve umpire, Basu Karn. And then our match referee, that's Mr. Manu Nair. Shukran for that, Bismillah. Nice to see you. Powdell's going to continue.
Another handy power play for the Royals. 47 coming from it, not losing a wicket. So this is what they've done well. They've never been 3-4 down inside the power play. We think of the sides that have struggled to register wins in their opening few games. They've always been knocked over inside the power play.
There was that chance, wasn't there, off Raymond Simmons. I'm not saying it was an easy slip chance, but the Lions, it's amazing how much confidence in the mental side of the games will affect you. Didn't take a wicket yesterday afternoon, and they have to come back into action immediately today. There's a stump cam. Now, is this the moment? It goes straight up, mid-wicket comes underneath it, and holds on. It's a good catch, very well judged. I think it's Sandeep Jora out there.
who has found the breakthrough, and finally the opening partnership is broken.
Top edge for Binod. And the entire Lions team held their breath and then breathed a sigh of relief as Jora held on. So the first one goes down. Decent start for Binod Bandari, goes for 17. The Royals 49 for 1.
Well, finally the Lions, they're getting to fly their flags because, well, it's been a chastening little period, isn't it? Scoring 191 and 170 and not able to pick up a win in either game. Today they have the benefit of knowing what they'll need to score to win the match. It's the first time they'll chase, as Brandon McMullen strides to the crease with that Scottish swagger. There's been a few players in this tournament really starting to make some noise. McMullen is one of them. Andries House is certainly another. The tournament's first century. Rohit Powdell, absolutely one of those. All three of them associate players. Depth and growth in the associate game, so heartening. Credit to Powdell. His other bowlers haven't been able to get the breakthrough. He says, I'll take the responsibility. I'll bowl one in the power play, and he does get the first wicket.
It's an interesting one for the Lions, though, isn't it? Because as a team, you're probably lacking confidence because you've been beaten twice. But individually, you're probably going back to your hotel thinking, I'm playing quite well, because they haven't played poorly. He's off and running. He'll just get one, and that is a successful over for the Lions. 7 done, and the 50 comes up. 1 down.
It's the Festival of the Himalayas, and it's very much living up to its billing here. HD, in those first 5 overs, you and I were just looking at the crowd continuing to pile in through the gate. There was an announcement last night from both our ticketing team and the Cricket Association of Nepal. Please do not come here to the TU if you don't have a ticket. A complete sellout. It's a packed house, and they are loving every second.
Look, Lenny, I'm a lover of the game, but there's a point where I say, you know what, I want to have a break from it. Is there a point where they get tired of cricket here? Because there's been people in this ground every single day at 8:30 a.m.
There's been people in those trees every single day as well. One of them, I think, is the guy who's at the very top position, is continuing to put out social media posts from up there. I sent him one response saying, please stay safe, whatever you do. The passion for sport and popularity of the national sport, volleyball and cricket, and anything that's a festival here. There's just a joy of life, there's an innocence, there's a spirit that I find absolutely contagious. Sheer joy. Saw a thing, speaking of social media, HD, overnight with Anil Shah, the captain. His side, as we get a look again at some of those up in the trees, please do be safe, guys. That HD is a long, long way up. Slog swept and slog swept with great power for 6. It's a Siddhartha Bank maximum.
And this has been spoken about often over the course of the first week of this competition, and that is that the spinners can't afford to be full. Because if you allow the batter to just step once with that front foot and get a swing of the bat, they inevitably hit you out the ground. You need to make them work. Just drag that length back slightly.
Good running. That's outstanding from McMullen. Even though it's Powdell, who's such a good fielder, they get home for 2. Took 3 people to back that up. Such was the power of the throw from the national team and the Lions skipper. It ended up being Unmuck Chand who had to do the work. As Arjun Saud has the gloves. There is Saud with the gloves. End of the 8th, 59 for 1. Yeah, just to finish that little story, HD, about Anil Shah, the captain of the Janakpur Bolts, as we look at the 2 teams' VVIP sections. He visited an academy on his day off and he spoke to, it must have been 80 or 100 young kids about the game. And all his message wasn't about how to bat or how to bowl or the technical aspects. He said, all I want you to do is enjoy your cricket and love the game. If you love the game, you'll end up going very, very far in it. And that really is the culture of cricket here in Nepal. Very inspiring words from Anil Shah, who's had his own journey to get back in and be able to play internationally.
Ken, I might get into trouble for saying this somewhere in the world, but I almost feel that that's gone out the game, in that current professionals, I feel, have limited knowledge of the past. You know, they play in the now, but I don't think there's not a lot that I know that truly love the game, whereas when they're not playing would go to a ground and watch, or turn on the telly and watch. I think they'd rather play around a golf or something, which is nothing wrong with it, getting away from the game. But you know, players of the past were real students of the game, loved it with everything that they had. Often their marriage took a toll.
Inside out. It's a fine looking stroke and it's going to get good reward. It's a Super 4 powered by Ncell 4G. No better shot to watch than going inside out over extra.
We talk about leagues and the making of names. This is an overseas player that not a lot of people will know about. But if he continues to play strokes like this, it won't be long before the world sits up and says, who is this young man?
Clever bowling, half an inquiry, but the inside edge, of course, will mean that it can't be given out. Let's get a look at this from the first over. This was not an easy chance, but it's a definite chance.
Yeah, not easy. Goes at it with sort of a left hand, half a left hand. Bowled, nicely bowled, saw him coming. But when you are down in the doldrums, you need something special to lift you out of it, and that catch would have done the job.
Really tough schedule as well. We've got to say that for the Lions, playing yesterday afternoon and to come back into this cauldron with more Royals fans than Lions the following morning. Not easy. Good over again from Powdell. He's doing his very best to skipper. 66 for 1.
few good moves up in the crowd. They know the word to every single one of their favourite songs here in Nepal. That's what life's about here. Music and dance and joy and sports. As McMullen, maybe a touch uncharacteristically, just taking a little while to get underway.
I think that his batting partner has allowed him that fortune to be able to just have a brief look. Won't take him long before he'll decide to put that foot down.
Now he's dragged this to the leg side. Not got anything like what he wanted from it. Powdell's been so involved in this game, hasn't he? Just sense that they need to get rid of one more to get themselves right into the contest. The Sudurpaschim Royals, we haven't seen many sides bat first in the morning and dominate, but they're in danger of doing that. Really good fielding in the deep. That's excellent work. Oh, could have created a chance. Direct hit, I think, was definitely gone.
Gets Yadav in the deep. Zafar just spills it as well when it comes in. Oh, direct hit, definitely out. A clean pickup, who knows?
That's where he likes to hit, and that's 6. Luckily, it's just avoided the LED screen going over it. Otherwise, Brandon McMullen might have been having a bill sent to him. What a stroke. Stylish as ever.
Again, no massive flourish or extension of the arms. It's just a flick through the ball. Such quick hands, such power.
Funny old game, isn't it? That looks like a terrible delivery. It's actually a clever piece of bowling. Keeps it out of the hitting arc.
In T20, it is that sometimes your worst delivery is your best delivery, and sometimes bowlers now bowl that. They bowl the drag down outside off stump that can get cut away to the sweeper on the offside.
Maybe gets away with this one a little bit. In fact, it's going to be 4. Not exactly where McMullen intended it, but he's starting to move, and Sad bin Safar finding it tricky yet again. Halfway stage of this first innings, the Royals are in full control. It's time for a drink. They're 80 for 1.
Halfway stage, 80 runs on the board, just the 1 wicket. It's a good start for the Royals here, and the fans are having an incredible time. They've come out in numbers. Saturday today, expecting a packed house. Sold out game. Slight change in the comm box, says it's myself and Shriram. Welcome, Shriram.
Good morning, Munali. Yeah, the Lions continue to be despondent with the ball. They're not tasting the success that they would like. The only wicket today has come from their captain Rohit Powdell, who's not a regular bowler, mind you. All the regular bowlers have not tasted success in terms of wickets. And that'll be a bit of a concern for the Lions. They're a good batting side, all right. They put the runs on the board every time, but the bowling is yet to come to the party. But the Sudurpaschim Royals looking to be racing away. Saif Ali Zeb, terrific innings, 44 of 35. McMullen, he's been very good throughout the tournament. Long levers, tall man, 17 of 12, already a boundary and a 6 to his name. And they're looking ominous.
Yeah, it seems the challenges with the ball continue for the Lumbini Lions. The wickets are far and few. Lost or picked up no wickets at all yesterday against the Pokhara Avengers. Today they've just picked up the one. We're 10 overs into the contest, and with McMullen out in the middle, 17 off 12 and Zaib 44 off 35, you expect this to be a high scoring affair. 160 at this rate on the cards. They're going at 8 runs and over. But you'd expect if they get a good partnership here, the last 4 or 5 overs they're going to target and they're going to try and smash every ball.
They've got good batting to come as well. The Royals, Dipendra Singh Airi yet to come. Got some terrific batters in the nest. They're a bit worried, the Lions, given the way they're going. Paudel is bowling his last over. He's had a good day, 1 for 17 so far. He's bowled an over in power play as well. He's got the only wicket to fall. Saif Ali Zeb, 44 not out.
They worked into the leg side and looking for the second, they decide against it. Quick flat throw from the outfield.
We had a chat earlier. We were fortunate enough to have a chat with Rohit Paudel, and one of the questions we asked was, what was his message to the bowlers? He said forget yesterday, come back with a fresh mind.
Yeah, and you have to, don't you? You have to learn to put those losses behind you. You have to learn to look forward and focus on the positives and a constructive outlook. I'm sure the team has had a chat after the game yesterday. I'm sure the coaching staff's had a chat as well. The shout and the finger stays down.
Very optimistic shout. Saif Ali Zeb was almost halfway. Using his feet. Yeah, look close. Just look past the 3-meter mark. Good appeal in the end.
Having played 3 games now, this is their 3rd, 2 losses so far. They want to try and pick up a win here, the Lions, because it gets a bit too hard later on.
All good to say, Monali, that you got to forget what happened and then you got to be able to put that behind you. But when you start the way you have today, the doubts surely creep in.
It is a mental game, isn't it? It plays on your mind, but that's where the best players are able to put those thoughts behind them and focus on the task ahead. Use of the feet and drill down the ground. It's just going to be a single. We always talk about how to switch on and switch off. 11 overs gone, it's 85 for 1. Expected to be a packed house here. Inaugural Nepal Premier League. It has been entertaining so far. And for the Royals, 155 on the cards at this rate. Something tells me it's going to be well above that, especially if Zaib and McMullen have anything to say. Sitting on 47 off 38, potentially looking at a half century for himself, and he's batted well so far. What a shot this is. It's lapped up and over. And that's going to be his half century. He has played a really good knock here. Well celebrated and appreciated by his team, as it should be. 51 of 39 deliveries, 6 fours and 2 sixes. Vivek Yadav comes into the attack and he's been put away for 4 from the time that he's come on.
Yeah, he's had a tough outing, Vivek Yadav. Yet to pick up a wicket in this competition, and is greeted with a terrific shot.
Too short, cut away this time, and really well done in the deep.
A terrific innings from the left-hander from Northamptonshire, and what a way to bring it up. Wow, scoop, he knew exactly where the fielders were and brought up his 50 in style. Saad bin Saif Ali Zeb, very well played and very well appreciated by the dugout. They've had different players standing up at different times, and that's been the feature of this Royals side. They've not had one player coming and stealing all the thunder, but different players have stepped up, and that's a great sign when you go into a busy tournament like this.
Giving himself some room. And the fielder is going to cut that one off, and you bring up an excellent point, Sriram. That's what makes him so dangerous. For the sides facing them, they need a solid plan for all the batters and all the bowlers, because like you said, everyone performs on their day.
Brandon McMillan has been very good, 36 and 53. Dipendra Singh Iyer just ran helter-skelter, 57-43. And now Saif Ali Zeb has come to the party. Brandon McMillan looking dangerous at the other end. And this is looking a side to beat already. The Royals.
She's got a headache already. Trying to go for the big one. It's a very helpful dot. Something tells me she's a Lions fan.
Yeah, she's just echoing my words. It's a worrying sign, and their expression says it all.
Vivek Yadav's had a tough outing at the Nepal Premier League so far. Want to try and pick up a couple of positives for himself. Going at 131, Zabe. It's been an innings. Up and over the offside this time. Doesn't have enough. Just going to get cut off. Batting deep in his crease as well.
Always signs of a good side are different players standing up at different times, and your top 4 making runs, and that's exactly what the Royals have done. Saif Ali Zeb, good both on offside and leg side. Very good, especially over cow corner and extra cover. Good piece of fielding there. Unmukh Chand clears up.
Really well bowled. Following the batter, attacking those pads, not allowing for any room to swing. It's going to be a dot to end the over. 12 overs gone. 95 for 1. Coming back into the action, and the fans are just loving this, isn't it? They've come out in numbers, the energy's palpable. We're going to see Surya Tamang coming to the attack, left arm orthodox.
Kunali, you talk about what good T20 sides do, and we said that different players coming up at different times, and then the top 4 making runs. One of the worrying signs is that you use 7 bowlers in 12 overs, and that's what the Lions are doing. They don't know where the wickets are coming from. and they don't have clarity in roles that, oh, this is going to be my power play bowler, this is going to be my middle, and this is one who's going to close out my innings. They're still searching for that right combination.
Yeah, speaking of combinations, this is where the planning comes in, isn't it? Before you go into your auction, how much planning do you put into it? And what sort of combinations are you trying to get into your side? Because if they don't work together, you're not picking players, you're picking a side. You're picking a side that's going to work together to reach that outcome. Heaved into the leg side.
And 50 of the partnership comes in. Sorry, 36 balls it's taken. Yeah, you make a very good point, Monali. That's what I was coming to. Sorry to interrupt you, but it was just about the combinations. And I think teams are starting to learn even in the IPL. They've made this mistake earlier that they've just picked sides and they picked names. But once you get clarity on why you're picking a particular player, what role do I see him playing in the tournament? Where is he going to contribute to the team? And how does he fit into that jigsaw puzzle? I mean, that's what teams will learn. And Lumbini Lions are certainly going to learn from this experience.
But the 100 comes up for the Royals in 12.4 overs. They're going well, just shy of 8 runs and over. Gets a good piece of this. But the last 2 overs have been decent. The Lions just trying to get that net run rate, that run rate back into control. You're speaking of picking squads, when we're looking, you said we're not picking players, we're not picking names. You want to think of those partnerships, you want to think of those combinations, your bowling combinations, your batting combinations, where they fit in. Whether it's the batting lineup, whether it's your bowling lineup. Quick single, and that's going to be the end of the 13th. It's 102 for 1. First 50 in 42 balls and the second 50 in just 34 balls. That's thanks to a really good innings by Zabe, helped along the way with McMullen. Vivek Yadav's going to come back for his second, 11 off his first. This man could use a wicket or two to his name. Just build that confidence back up. He's had a hard time so far.
He's a good all-rounder. I like his batting. Can really hit the long ball, but if he can contribute with the bat, or with the ball, sorry, suddenly starts looking a different side, the Lions.
Slight misfield, and they're quick. They pick up a single.
Quickly give you an example as we watch this delivery again. McMullen always looking to stamp his authority on the front foot. Slight misfield from Unmuk. Allow the batters to go through for a single. Brings Saif Ali Zaib back on strike. Let's give you an example. Janakpur bowls. I was just looking through their bowling lineup. So consistent. Mahato, Kishore Mahato opens. Another single. Looking for the second. They get it. Terrific running. And this has been another feature of this partnership. Not only the boundaries, but the running between the wickets. Saif Ali Zaib and McMullen. So good. One from England, one from Scotland. Understand each other really well. Just going back to the Janakpur bowls. Mahato and Raj Bansi bowl the new ball. And then you've got James Neesham to come in the power play. You've got Harsh Thakur and Mohammad Mohsin through the middle. And then Mahato and Neesham close out. So that's real raw clarity with the bowling. That's a lot of thought has gone into that, remind you.
Yeah, we can really just hope that the Lions have those tough discussions right now, figure out those combinations, Game number 3, plenty of action to come still for them. But when you're 3 down in a tournament, it can be very hard to turn things around. And that net run rate's also a bit taken a hit over the last 3 or the last 2 games. Few bats out there and a quick chat to the umpire. Umpire just making sure whether this is a legit bat run or not.
Sometimes messages come in the form of bats and gloves. The way these two are going, you don't need any messaging.
And it comes down to momentum too, isn't it? Sometimes there's a break in play and there's a loss of concentration and then you see a wicket fall. So you really want to make sure that momentum continues. Can't get the ball away. Last few deliveries, Zaib's tried to go for the big one, but the areas have been good. Just that back of a length.
I agree with you. Good 3 deliveries from Vivek Yadav. He needs to close this out to get his confidence up. He's not bowled a dot ball all right, but he hasn't given any freebies. The running between the wickets was good, so they got a 2 of the second ball. But they haven't really been able to get him away. 14 balls since the last boundary. They're building something here.
Oh, this has gone high up in the air. And there will be a fielder under it. It's Saad bin Zafar who takes the catch. They finally get a breakthrough here, and it is an important one. And for Vivek Yadav, this is going to be a great confidence booster. Much needed for the Lions, and hopefully this is a twist in the game for them.
Yeah, twist in the game. We just said they were building something really good. 14 balls, no boundaries, and a terrific delivery. It was back of a length, bounced, and went straight up. When you have the keeper up, the batsman doesn't expect a short ball, and there's really good thinking from Vivek Yadav. Brandon McMillan gone for a terrific piece of bowling from Vivek Yadav. It's 106 for 2, and probably a twist in the tail.
Dipendra Singh Airi, the skipper, walks out to the middle. Strike rate of 204. He's got 100 runs so far and a best of 57. The roar is incredible. The crowd so happy to see him out in the middle. And he's off the mark as well. Picks up a quick single.
I will definitely keep talking about Airi for a long time, but I can't tell you how happy I am for Vivek Yadav. The guy deserves the wicket. He's had a tough start to the tournament. He's a very, very good all-rounder. It was good thinking on his part. Yeah, the umpire having a word with Airi. Probably was just running on the wicket, just telling him, son, just keep off that danger zone. Yeah, but extremely chuffed for Vivek Yadav. He's bowled very good over here. Can he close it off?
Really well bowled again. That's the last delivery of his over. 14 gone, and it's 108 for 2. Overs onto the action, 108 on the board. And it's going to be Surya coming back for his second. Good start with the first over, just the 6 runs coming off of it.
Yeah, we talk about partnerships with the bat, but bowling is also about partnerships. And Vivek Yadav's success has to do something with Surya Tamang's first over as well.
Into the line of the ball, and this is heaved into the leg side. Well fielded in the deep. I love how he's working the crease, Saif Zaib, trying to outsmart the bowler.
Yeah, he walked in, wanted to access backward square leg. But good bowling from Surya, didn't give him any room to work with. Kept following him. It's a good piece of bowling, Surya. Good first over. He needs to follow it up, because Vivek Yadav has done a good job at the other end. Slip comes in as well for Dipendra Airi. I like it. Good captaincy from Rohit.
It's the switch hit, and it's straight to the fielder.
Makes his intention very clear, Dipendra Singh Airi. He's a very busy player, runs rapid between wickets, can play all the shots. Terrific player to walk in such a situation.
That's my boy, says the keeper.
And he also said that he'll step out before you bowl. So that was Surya Tamang just playing some mind games with Airi. Airi's not bothered. Now he's playing the mind game. It's all good to see.
This is a contest between these two, batter and bowler. Worked into the leg side. He's so quick between the wickets. Dipendra Singh Airi, fantastic running. They pick up 2.
Saif Ali Zaib, he's been batting for a while.
You're always so worried about the partner that he's playing with.
Rohan Mustafa's ran himself out of the team.
I always sense you're very worried when Dipendra Singh's out there running between the wickets.
More worried for the non-striker. Can't keep pace with him. And you're always like, on hot water.
I would have loved to see you run out there with him.
Just stretched my hands and said, no, I'm walking a run.
Come on.
2 deliveries to come. It's been a good start. Surya, just the 4 runs so far. The first over was good as well from him. Just pulling that momentum back, the Lions.
You can see that on the faces of the Sudurpaschim Royals fans. They're a little bit tentative. They still don't know what a good score is on this wicket.
Use of the feed goes down the ground this time. And again, just cannot find the boundary. They pick up 2 runs. Been 21 balls since the last boundary, and this has really been a comeback from the Lions.
I tell you what, nobody except Airi would have gone for 2 on that occasion. It was hit hard, it was hit just wide enough for a long off. He had the favour of the bounce, but still Airi got 2. That tells you something about his speed.
Goes into the leg side this time. Oh, that would have been a fantastic catch. What an effort. Do we have a run out? Oh, no, it's overthrows. It's all happening out there. What an eventful last delivery. It's the end of the 15th, 116 for 2.
Well, the stage is set for an Airi show. Final 30 deliveries. Watch how quickly the pace of the game changes with him in the middle. Last ball of the last over. We saw so much happening. But in all of it, the constant has been Saif Ali Zeb. 70 of 53 unbeaten. Irie at the other end. Look at that, an opportunity had long gone. Vivek Yadav went for the catch. Couldn't quite pouch it. Irie slipped at the other end looking for the second. Had to rush back. Arjun Saud with a direct hit over there. Oh, missed it then completely. Could have been so close. And then on the overthrow, Irie got that second run. He's keeping everyone on their toes. He's a hair in the middle. Arjun Saud with a bit of a half-hearted appeal. So much happening here. It's electrifying at the TU Stadium. And with that man in the middle, he gets us all pumped up. The adrenaline, not just in the middle, not just in the crowd, but in the comm box as well. Very good morning, HD. What a time to be on comms.
It's exciting for absolutely everyone when this man's at the wicket.
Great glove work by Arjun Saud, standing up to the pacer. The happy then sparkling smile of the match. Good morning, madam. Yeah, bring out that smile. Supporting the Sudurpaschim Royals, she should be happy.
The game is a little bit, or the innings is on a knife edge, isn't it? The run rate is under 8 to the over. But with just the 2 wickets down, a man in on 70, a dynamic player at the wicket, you almost feel, well, if these two bat to the end, they will have a very, very good score. But if the Lions could just nip one of them out and open up an end here, then they could have something that's very, very manageable as far as a run chase goes.
Now, Vivek Yadav needs to be careful. That's because he went for a bit of runs in that last game of his. In the first, rather, he went for 64 in his 3.5 overs, taking just 1 wicket, and he was bowling in the death. Not a bad time to redeem himself. He's been around Nepal cricket for a while, but he's up against an informed batter in Zeb, and it's danger man, Irie. Much better. Just bowled the 1 over last evening. Went for 13 runs. Irie is still to tee off. A lot of chatter with Arjun Saud behind. Very chirpy behind the stumps. Goes up and over, that's in the gap. And trust him to put the sprint, even as the fielder puts in a dive desperately. But he'll not be able to stop that. Or does he? It's 4. That's an end cell. Super 4.
He manages to get the ball into what we can only term as sort of strange areas by the way that he manipulates the bat face. He loves to open it at point of contact and get it a lot finer than others may find possible.
He'll have to also be careful. They're batting on 70. They're right from the start. You don't want to push him too much with the running. Much better. Just getting a lot of carry today. He did induce a wicket with that extra bounce, HD.
A bounce to get rid of McMullen, and there's bounce here again. You're definitely looking offside. There's a lot of players that might have looked to hit that on the onside. Trying to give himself room to get the ball through that offside square of the wicket or behind. Yeah, I'm not so sure Zabe's going to get a chance to breathe. I think the running between the wickets will be blisteringly quick, and I think he's going to have to get his skates on. I don't think he can say, look, I'm tired.
He's got plenty of bat on this one. That's out of here. That's into the 3rd tier. And that's Dipendra Singh Irie. That's the Siddharth Bank maximum. can be so dangerous in this time of the game.
Learned from the previous delivery. Dipendra Singh Ari, previous delivery virtually the same line and the same length. He tried to cut it. This time he says, I'll help myself over the leg side and all the way.
Outrageous, insane, incredible and inspiring as well. What a shot! Dipendra Singh Ari in the house, and he's dishing out a flurry of sixes. 18 runs of this over, 134 for 2. Wow, they're turning it on in the middle. Sudurpaschim Royals, 10 fours, 5 sixes, and 2 already from the bat of Dipendra in his 10 deliveries. Excitement reaching another level over here. Lumbini Lions feeling the heat.
Isn't it amazing? You see a dot ball and Dipendra struggles to get it away, then a sort of a scabby 1 or 2 down to deep third, and then all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he goes whack 6. And then you make an error and over pitch and he goes whack, there's another one, and he's 20 off 10. In a matter of moments, he just changes the whole momentum of the match. The Royals won 34 for 2. It was sort of stumbling along. The run rate under 8 to the over, now almost at 8.5.
And it's going to be Durgesh. Looked very good in that first outing for the Lions. Came under a little bit of stick in the second. Have a couple of overs to bowl over here. Zeb, how beautifully has he batted over number 17. Yeah, moves in the crease, tries of catch it, but that'll fall safe. And they'll get 2 more. This is brilliant running. The running between the wickets, and Sudurpaschim Royals are the number 1 team in the middle. Look at them.
If you're a batter on 70, you want to be playing with Dipendra Singh Ari at the other end. The ability for him to run you back on strike is unbelievable. Again, I refer to the South African John T. Rhodes, who used to do the same thing, and people underestimated the value of the non-striker, which Rhodes used to do. Dipendra Singh Ari does it now. He runs the in-batter back on strike by turning a simple 1 into a brilliant 2.
Oh yes, quite a firecracker of a batter is Ari. That could have hurt. Receive some medical attention. The shin region can be very painful. Maybe it's the hand. Oh yeah, the thumb region. It's the bowling arm as well. You need to be very careful. But it's Durgesh. I reckon it's the left arm pacer, so that could be safe. But he may have just hurt his palm region over there. Yeah, it's a wonderful place to be in the TU Stadium here in Kirtipur. Day 7, match number 12.
Unbelievable strike rate, 203. McMullins is impressive. So is the man on strike.
That's massive. That's a biggie. And that's Saif Ali Zeb. Just moved in the crease and helped it along. It's raining 6s here at the Tribhuvan University International Stadium.
There was a brief lull in play, just for an over, maybe 8 deliveries. But now all of a sudden both are in the mood. Help on its way over the man on the boundary at fine leg. He too is just a spectator.
This partnership already 36 in 18. On the brink of reaching 150. Royals putting on a show. Yeah, this could be close. Was it pitching outside leg maybe? Again, it's Irie pushing for the second. Arjun Sod has to put in the sprint and keep it to 1. If you're a fielder in the middle, it's never easy with them in the middle.
And it creates panic, doesn't it? And it's pitched outside leg stump. As soon as the pitch is outside leg stump, it cannot be out LBW, even if it's going on to hit the stumps. But yeah, Independra Singh Ari is at the wicket. There's chaos in the outfield, because everyone knows he's going to push you. As the tiger rings out around the ground.
Where is this one going? Yeah, he's throwing his bat at everything. Work to do for the fielder in the deep. But that's going to be 3 runs for sure. 1 for the throw. Another good over this. Already 12 runs.
He's so wristy. We've seen him use those wrists to open the face to get the ball through the offside. Now we see him close the face as he flicks it behind square on the leg side to give himself 3. The skipper is 23 off 11.
This one's out of here as well. That's another monstrous hit. He's looking so dangerous, Zeb. And they're turning it on in the middle. The boys in yellow in red hot form.
This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You have no right to hit that for 6. Absolutely no right. Durgesh barely misses his mark. How has Zabe managed to get that over the boundary? That is incredible batting.
I'll tell you what, our vocal cords have also come under some work over here. Look at the third 50, only 25 deliveries. Just being cheeky over here. I wonder why he's trying to do that when he's looking so good otherwise. Yes, but in that flow with the adrenaline, you'll get everything going. 18 runs of over number 17, the 150 is up. That was an early opportunity, but after that, Zev has just looked a picture of focus and concentration. Picked the length early, played on all sides of the wicket, used his feet extremely well, and picked up length beautifully to use his long levers. Has been cheeky, looked good in front of the wicket, and looked good behind as well. What a batter, and what a show he's putting on, and that's what you need from your players. Just grab opportunities.
After 10 overs, the Lions would have thought they're doing an incredible job here and they're going to chase around 150. Well, that milestone has been reached. There's still 18 deliveries remaining. Here we go.
He slashed that really hard. Nicely fielded as well. Good cricket all around. And that was travelling, firmly struck.
Not a spare seat in the house. Gates are closed. If you don't have a ticket, unfortunately, do not bother coming.
We may just see them on the trees. HD, like the other day, we saw that fan nicely positioning himself.
And in the buildings, there's some buildings some way back from the ground that are even behind the trees where people have tried to get a vantage point.
Colour, cricket, wide, everything here. Wow. Yeah, he's waited on this one. You can't be bowling that length to Zeb. He moves into the 90s. The 50 partnership comes up. And I'll tell you what, it's only going one way at the moment, and it's the Royal way.
Wanted to take pace off the ball, but got the length all wrong, and Zaid just waits and waits and waits, and then says, I'll have a piece of this. Dealing in boundaries here, these two. This partnership going at a strike rate of more than 200. You wouldn't put it past him to do it in 2 deliveries, would you? Not the way that he's hitting him.
Yeah, just generating some pace. What an innings. We saw 95 yesterday from the bat of Rohit. We saw 100 first centurion as well. And today this man on 90.
Dangerous length, dangerous line for Simmons to be going down with 2 men behind point on the offside. Zaid was just looking to get a bat on it to go up and over. He's got all the strokes, this lefty.
Picked up, taken on the full, field underneath, taken. Zaid's innings comes to an end. It had to take a good catch to bring a great innings to an end as well. What an innings by the southpaw. Some success here for the Lions. Simmons strikes, but Zaid, a standing ovation for what has been a spectacular knock.
All the thousands in attendance here at the TU Stadium came to see Dipendra Singh Airee. They have a new hero. The Royals have a new star, Saif Ali Zaid, 70 of just 61 deliveries. Take a bow, young man. That is some innings. 159 for 3, the Royals.
Yeah, Arif walks out. 159 for 3. Loads of experience for this man. Has not had the strongest of starts, but strike rate of 150 at this stage. Very acceptable and welcomed as well for the boys in yellow. It's not quite middle. This fielder coming underneath again. Very good catch running backwards. The height got too much on him. Simmons with his second back-to-back. He's on a hat-trick. Zafar with a good catch. And Arif stay lasts only 1 ball.
A little bit of pace, rushed him, rushed the new man. That's a good catch though. Made it look simple, but that's not an easy catch. He's enjoying being here, this young man. Brief stay, goes without scoring. 159 for 4.
Simmons on a hat-trick. Will we be seeing the first ever hat-trick in the inaugural edition of the NPL? Quite a few bowlers have come very close to it. Mini comeback here for the Lumbini Lions. At the other end, Airee has watched a few wickets fall. Kugaline walks out. He can hit and use the long handle to good effect. Simmons has come out well in his 3rd over. 2 for 20 for him. All happening here. Yeah, just straying down leg, and that'll bring a single to them. But in all of it, it will keep Airee off strike, who's not had much of it in this over. 8 runs and 2 wickets coming off this way into the final 2. It's 160 for 4. Yeah, just the 12 deliveries left. Irie in the middle, Cougar line has walked out. As many as 7 bowlers used by Lumbini Lions. And in all of it, it's been a festive atmosphere in the Festival of Himalayas, HD.
Let's just remember here now that it's not about the number you post, it's about the strike rate that's achieved if you're a batter. Even if you hit your first ball for 6 and you get out second ball, that's an achievement. Strike rate, strike rate, strike rate.
Yes, long levers, good stretch, good stride. What a way to get off the mark, and welcome Tamang as well into the first delivery of the penultimate over. Pressure on the lines.
That's his job. That's Cougar Lion's job. If he's not hitting it out the ground, Airy must get on strike. But he's not there to mess about, to nudge and nurdle. He's here to hit it out of the stadium.
Yeah, just dragging the length short and keeping it out of his arc. And that brings Irie in the middle now.
It's amazing when you think mini fight back, and then one goes out the ground and the run rate goes above 9.
Goes with a loud appeal over there, but gets something on it on the way towards the ropes at the short third region. They'll come back for 2. Runs awarded to the batter here.
I still wouldn't want to be the umpire with Dipendra Singh Airy on strike. I think you need a security detail to take you out the ground if you give him out. Everyone here absolutely loves this man on strike.
Yeah, just going too hard at that one. Good comeback here by Tamang. Doing it over 9 and over. Put into bat. The Royals have put on a show with the bat.
Field changes, man, extra cover goes onto the boundary, and the man sweeping at deep point comes up inside the 30-yard circle. There's 3 men inside the 30-yard circle from point all the way to short third.
Yeah, just works it towards the mid-wicket region. Yeah, you've got to keep changing your length and pace of the ball if you're a spinner, particularly with both these batters.
We thought that 170 would be a good total. It was made a mockery of yesterday by the Avengers. They chased it down, none down.
Again, a change in field. Cover comes in, point pushes back to deep. You have rather straightish long on and long off. Final delivery of the penalty made over. Irie goes straighter this time. It's going to be a 4. Good use of his feet. And that's what Irie is all about. Anything in his arc and he's going to punish you. Done with over number 19. The Royals 175 for 4. Yeah, it's into the final over, but Rashid Riaz just signaling that 5 fielders need to be inside the circle because of the slow overhead penalty that has been signaled by him. Now, they've not been able to complete their 20 overs in the stipulated time awarded to them, and this will mean that they'll have to field with an extra fielder within the 30-yard circle. It's only getting from bat to us.
I love this. I love this new thing that's been brought into T20 cricket with the slow over rates. I even quite like what they did in the Caribbean Premier League, where if you were really slow, they made a fielder leave the ground and you could only have 10 on the ground. The players need to feel the hurt when your over 8 is slow. Final over, 6 deliveries. Kugelheim and Dipendra Singh Ari at the crease. Poised. A big over gets them close to 200. The big, tall New Zealander likes to go straight down the ground. Simmons, who's been impressive. Here we go, last over.
Yeah, he's looked good, Simmons. He's come back well. 2 wickets in the last over on a hat-trick. Single down to long on. That brings Irie on strike. Watch out for the slow deliveries. Everything is going to be dished out at that man at the other end.
I think he's been good, Simmons, over the course of the tournament. In the 3 games for the Lions. He likes to whack it in halfway down as well by bowling a hard cutter into the pitch.
HD on cue over there. Just read Simmons' mind right from here. Talk about getting that on cue.
Well, the problem is that he can't really pitch the ball up around middle and off stump, because mid-off is up inside the circle and Airy will pounce on him down the ground. His boundary riders, he's got a man at deep square leg, at fine leg, so he can bowl the short ball. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. You pitch it up, you're going to pay the price.
Yeah, this time too full. And for someone like Irie, that's bread and butter shot. How beautifully he just placed it between covers and mid-off. I just felt the helicopter was coming out as well.
But if he's going to bowl that delivery, then surely fine leg comes up into the 30-yard circle and he pushes mid-off back. Field stays the same.
Once again, fiery Irie in the middle. He's been the Pied Piper for the Sudurpaschim Royals in this edition, and the wind beneath the wings for them.
The tactics are not working. Not to the field that's been placed. Captain and bowler need to get on the same wavelength here.
And in doing so, they also get to the highest total so far in this edition of the NPL, the previous best being 182 for 7. And they've gone past that. 184 for 4 with 2 deliveries to spare. Irie in the middle on 38. And the last 30 deliveries, 72 runs. HD just showing me those figures on the screen out here. Yeah. That's hit him on the visor of the helmet, and I reckon that will have to be looked into as well by the physio.
But again, it's perplexing for me, because I think he's got away with this. They change the field. They take the man from fine leg and they bring him up into the 30-yard circle to move the sweeper out on the offside, and then he bowls a short ball. That could easily have gone top edge 4. I know that you don't want to be predictable, but there's that old saying, and it's been around ever since W.G. Grace played this great game: bowl to your field.
Just wonder, when Irie is batting, what's the kind of field you need to bowl to, because he can just probably derail your plans and make your field position look very ordinary. Okay, into the final delivery. Yeah, Irie's going to push for the second. It's going to be a throw, maybe at the keeper's end. Roy Portal does exactly that, and they'll get 2 more runs. And it's been another very fine batting effort. The highest total so far in this edition of the NPL. The Sudurpaschim Royals finish on 187 for 4, and that man Irie remains unbeaten for the 2nd time in 3 matches. What a player he's been.
Captain doesn't know how to fail. He has a half century, he has a 40, and he has another one. 39 of just 19 deliveries. He maintains that strike rate, that tournament strike rate of over 200. That is a quite exceptional batting performance. The foundation laid, I should say, even though it was an incredible innings from Saif Ali Zaid. 90 of just 61 deliveries. McMullen threatened. Thankfully for the Lions, he was dismissed 23 of 20 because he is some player. But the captain, Dipendra Singh Ari, never disappoints. 39 off just 19 deliveries. That's an exceptional batting display from the Royals.
Well, partnerships, look at that up front. 3 partnerships, 2 crossing 50 and the first one for 49, and that pretty much set the tone for a huge score, like 187 for 4. And it was Zeb all the way in the first 3 partnerships. He held one end, others rotated and revolved around him, and they got to a very substantial and strong total in their 3rd outing.
Well, I actually think Ramon Simmons was impressive. Yes, he went for 8 off the over, 8 and over economy rate, but I thought he was really good, even though the last one went for a few. Pick of them, well, there he is again. The skipper, if he's not dominating with a bat, he's doing it with a ball. Rohit Podal, 1 for 22 off his 4 overs.
Yeah, one of the best of outings for the bowlers, and this is how it all began. Winning the toss, electing to bowl first. There was a half chance very early for Zeb that was put down, and after that it was just one-way traffic. He was in full flow and giving him company at the other end. Vinod Bhandari as well was looking very good. They stitched a 49-run partnership for the first wicket. Then he perished in his bid to go big. Good catch taken in the deep. Then came McMullen for company, but it was Saif Ali Zeb who looked very dangerous. McMullen played some delightful hits in the middle and ensured that he keeps up with that scoring rate. But Zeb was audacious, cheeky and adventurous to get to his 50. Was in terrific form. Then this one climbed on McMullen and he departed. That was Bibig striking in his over.
Another little half chance put down in the deep. Zeb carried on his merry way. There was some chaos in the middle that was caused by the introduction of Dipendra Singh Airy and his manic running between the wickets, but it didn't take him long either to find his stride and start to contribute with boundaries. Similar types of players, even though one left-handed, one right, is that their manipulation of the cricket ball is quite superb, and Zeb was unfortunate not to go on to 3 figures. Arif went out first ball, and the big New Zealander, Scott Kugelheim, walked to the wicket and helped himself to 1 down the ground immediately. But the majority of the time, the New Zealander said, "You have the strike, skipper," and he didn't disappoint those thousands that have come here to watch him play. The Tiger, unbeaten on 39. His team, the Royals, they've done it again here. 187 for 4. We're off to a quick break. When you come back, there'll be the run chase.
Super Saturday number 2 here at the Sudurpaschim Nepal Premier League, powered by NPL, and Sudurpaschim have treated us yet again. And despite losing the toss, being asked to have a bat first, they've been quite impressive, particularly Saif Ali Zaid with 90 off 61, and then this entire capacity crowd chanted "Tiger, Tiger, Tiger" in unison, as Dipender Singh Airi was at his very best yet again with 39 off 19. Nice cameo from Scott Kugelheim, and the end result is the highest score we've seen in this tournament in a morning match of 187 for 4. For the bowlers, well, Ramon Simmons bowled really nicely. I thought Surya Tamang was so unlucky with his 3 overs, none for 28 and wickets. For the captain, who may well have been the pick of the bowlers with 1 for 22 from his 4, and Bibek Yadav finished with 1 for 35. So the target will be 188 that the Lumbini Lions will need to score. They have scored more than that in this competition already. They made 191 against the Biratnagar Kings, but it wasn't enough, as Jagat Tamata has a final few words with his team before sending them out and on their way to try and make it 3 from 3. They're definitely the best supported team in this competition, shades of the Chennai Super Kings potentially with the similar outfit, and plenty of yellow up in the crowd too, loving every second of this man in particular. Scott Kugelheim will take the new ball, you'd suspect, in tandem with Brandon McMullen. We're nearly all set for play. Two opening batters are on their way. We'll see Arjun Saud, who's got that little bit of experience up at the top, and then the youngster alongside him, Andrew Leonard here, joined now by Manali Patel. Manali, very good morning to you. That was, well, pretty spine-tingling, that atmosphere this morning, particularly when Airi was at the crease.
Good morning to you as well, Lenny. Yes, it absolutely was. What a morning this has turned out to be at the Nepal Premier League, and I think we're in for a real contest here. 187. It's Arjun Saud to get things started off for the Lions. We know they can score runs this side. And it also meant that the Royals needed to put up a good total because they were going up against a strong batting side. Arjun Saud is going to get things started off alongside Unmuk Chand. 1,795 runs. He's an experienced campaigner out in the middle. Unlucky in the first game yesterday. Got out for a duck. An easy catch, but he said the conditions are a bit trickier, just needs to take a bit more time to get used to them. It's Scott Kugelheim who's going to get things started off with the ball. 3 wickets so far, 3 for 30, the best. Here we go, we're ready for ball number 1.
Scott Kugelheim with the new ball. Oh, this looks close, it's gone! And listen to that roar. Maybe a word or two. There's a bit of a send-off for young Arjun Saud, trapped right in front. Nearly as good as the delivery bowl to Martin Guptill. That one was bowled, this time LBW.
Straight into the action, and it doesn't get any easier than that for the umpire. Finger goes up right away, and unfortunate for Saud. He wanted to have an impact with the bat, but he's not going to get that today. He's gone for a duck. It's none for 1.
Well, he had to trudge in early yesterday, and he's going to have to do it again today. A bit like Groundhog Day for the skipper, isn't it? Rohit Paudel, his teammates aren't doing it. It's a bit of a one-man band, bat ball.
And in the field, outstanding yesterday, deserved a century, so nearly had it. Good strike rate to go with it at 160. He'll need to be at his best to give the Lions any hope. 2 slips in place now. Tickled around the corner and a misfield from Abanesh Bahara. He was the one who gave Arjun Saud quite the send-off, didn't he? Ran in from short fine leg and sent the youngster on his way. Definitely out this LBW.
Yeah, nice and straight, and gets a quick impact. Scott Kugelheim. Up on their feet, the fans of the Royals. They did very well with the bat first up in tricky conditions. Another beautiful day here. Sun's shining, the crowd's in, and the excitement is as high as it can get.
Kugelheim's bowling with no shortage of pace and no shortage of skill. Good shape away. But Mukchand is, well, if you treat this as a 2 innings contest between yesterday afternoon and today, he's on a pair. Duck yesterday. Can he start to show us his class?
Great shape on this occasion, just missing the outside edge of Unmukchand. But he's a class act. Former player for the Indian side, under 19 Indian side.
Does have a funny habit though, doesn't he? You've seen him in minor league, have a really good record there. And also had a pretty good season in major league this year, a couple of 50s. But he has a habit of starting slowly. Think about that chase yesterday of slightly lesser total. When House and Carell were going in the power play, they just got ahead of the required run rate and never let it build. A couple of weak overs here in the power play, that required run rate, 9.6 at the moment, will gather a lot of steam. That's better. Good way to get off the mark. The first runs for Mukchand of this inaugural NPL starts with a Super 4 powered by Ncell 4G.
And that is why the slow start is not an issue for the likes of Unmukchand. He can accelerate at will down the track and plays it ever so beautifully just over the fielder at mid-off, and it races away for a boundary. Top class shot.
Player I feel a little for in the Lions is Ashutosh Guriya, who was left out today after a duck yesterday. Thought he looked really good in the first game. Oh, this is surely going to be gone. Wrapped on the pad right in front. It's 2 in the over. It's full, it's straight, it's smashing into middle and leg. Kugelheim simply too good.
A very similar start here for the Lions. It's both openers who are back. Rohit Patel looks perplexed. He finds himself in a situation so similar to yesterday. Going inside the line of the ball, trying to work that into the leg side. Just can't get any bat on it. Straight onto the pads and the finger goes up. Great start for Kugelheim, and he's having a blast. Unfortunate for Unmukchand. He goes for 4 off 4. The Lions 5 for 2.
Sandeep Jura to the crease again, like yesterday afternoon, early. The 2 international players, Rohit Patel and Sandeep Jura, will have to build something. Jura's had a pretty good 18 to 24 months. Many think of him as a good answer for the national side in the T20 team, but a bit shy of runs in his 2 innings thus far. And This is definitely going to hit the stumps, Manali, but I don't know if we'll see it on this replay. Middle and leg, it's plumb as they come. The reaction from Rohit Powdell, just wonder if we see it on this one. There was just a wry smile, wasn't there, as if I'll have to do it all again myself.
Yeah, it was a bit of an, oh my gosh, we're in this situation again. But this is what the best can do, and he is one of the best in Nepal. We've seen him lead from the front, we've seen him take charge of his side in this competition from ball number 1. Yes, it's a bit of pressure, but he's the right man for it. Brandon McMullen's going to come in with the ball. 2 wickets so far. He's had a really good time for the Royals. He's been exceptional with the bat. He's been exceptional with the ball as well. Brings in so much experience and some stability as well. He's a fairly calm and collected character.
A real delay getting this over going, haven't we? Yeah, he's still very young, but he just feels so experienced because of how good he is. He'd get into any team, I reckon, going as a batter, as a number 3 batter, but then you add into his skill set the ability to open the bowling, shape it away from the right-handers. Just like that, keeper up to the stumps. It's old-fashioned cricket. We saw it in the ODIs in Texas. Very difficult to get away, and sometimes he'll even bowl 3 in the power play. What a star he is, Brandon McMullen.
The required run rate just shy of 10 runs and over at the moment. 2 wickets down already.
Powdell looks in sublime form, doesn't he? I know this is a dot ball, but I think back to that West Indies A series. Scores of 112, 71 not out, 82. He loves batting here. Last year against Scotland in the must-win game, they were 120 for 8, needing over 200. He made 95 not out to get them over the line, including the winning runs. It doesn't matter what the situation is, he's the man for all seasons. The problem is the scale of the challenge here, Manali. You almost think if he doesn't get 100 here, the Lions can't win.
Well, he does have some batting in his side, though. Sandeep Jora, 18 off 15 in the previous game. Tom Moores, he's been good, 45 off 38 in the previous game. He does have some help in the batting. It's not like it's got to be a one-man show. The only difference today, though, is that he's got some scoreboard pressure. Yesterday, they were setting the target.
That'll get him up and underway. Outfield's quick, it should race away and kiss the rope. We build this as a match.